That'd be great. And your oils, is it doTERRA?
Yeah.
Okay, it was either doTERRA or it was Young Living, but you didn't use the Young Living word. They say they're oilers. And when I hear the word oiler, I've gone, oh, that one's Young Living, but you didn't say you're an oiler.
Well,
You didn't say it the way they say it, so I didn't hear it. So
no, I didn't know they said that, but I purposely, when I branded myself, I don't say I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate, because a lot of people don't know that there's other companies. So, and I'm going to do this next week. So my intro will be, hey, I'm Cindy Cowan, the Texas oil lady. I'm not talking about crude oil or avocado oil. I'm talking about essential oil. And so they're like, oh.
So one of your biggest sales advertising opportunities, like tips for you, is the fact that it is doTERRA. When it's network marketing, one of the greatest things network marketers can say is the network marketing company, because we're sitting there going, I wonder which company it is. And you not saying it is stopping us from moving forward.
Well, when I started networking in person before COVID, right, I was, going to this one group called Master Networks, and I actually said, I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate. It got me nowhere. They were like, and again, in West Texas, the mindset is totally different. And it was mostly men that were in the chapter.
Oh, you're not getting anywhere with them anyway.
No, they didn't. And as I started to visit other chapters in other states virtually, then it became, oh, is it Young Living or doTERRA? And it became more relevant when I left the sticks of West Texas. Yeah. They got more interested. So I tried doing doTERRA, and they went, they didn't get it.
Yeah, but you're not backwards by saying it. You're not behind by saying it. If you don't say it, you're actually behind. Think of it like this, right? Tupperware. Yeah. Tupperware taught their consultants to say it no matter what feedback they got from the crowd, to the point that Tupperware now, everybody across the world has in their kitchen a Tupperware cupboard, even if they don't own Tupperware. If they have a cupboard where they put all the plastic stuff, it's called their Tupperware cupboard, even though none of it is Tupperware. And Tupperware says, that's okay, we'll take the advertising. And so they've got two sorts of people, those that are the biggest advocates in the world, and those who call it really expensive plastic and I can get it cheaper down the street. And they don't care. Their whole job was just to learn to accept whatever answer came out by the person standing in front of them and just go, yes, okay, right? And allow people to have their thoughts and opinions. And because they keep turning up, the Tupperware consultants keep turning up and very proudly saying the company name, then we, the potential customer, now have the choice of going, do I really think it's that expensive, or do I really like the person that's standing in front of me? Because if I like the person that's standing in front of me, I will overcome the price all by myself, because she is really nice, right? So my advice to you is, don't be shy about saying doTERRA. Where the women in the group, we sit there going, I wonder what company that is anyway. I wonder what one it is. So
no one's ever told me that. So you're the first one to ever say that. Yeah, so thank you.
You're welcome. And the reason I bring it up is because I'm a sales trainer. See, most people are like business coaches or coaches or something, but I only work on the sales. And what is it that's stopping us from buying, and what's helping us move forward? And so for us salesmen, our only real job in today's world, so going back 10 plus years ago, before we were looking up Google as hard as we do now, people listened to the salesman and talked to the salesman and would listen to them and wanted information from the salesman. Now customers want to Google everything themselves. So if you give them all the words that they need to Google, even doTERRA, and they can look for the good stuff, they can find the good stuff and they'll find the bad stuff. If you keep turning up as you are doing, then we'll go, well, I found this stuff on doTERRA and I found all these people that have said these terrible things, but she keeps turning up and saying doTERRA. You know what? I don't believe these anonymous people who clearly bought a product and didn't use it properly. I believe the person who keeps turning up and very proudly saying the company name. So if you believe in it, technically the company name isn't a secret. So since it's not a secret, you don't have to treat it like that. And so you get to be proud of it. You get to feel good about it. And those who get it, head towards you. Those who don't get it yet, they'll get there. Just give them time, they'll
That's
get there.
true.
It's only a
That
time.
is true.
Okay.
I had one bad experience. I was actually at a wine tasting
Mhm.
event in person, right? And I was having this really great conversation with a woman who her and her husband own a organic pet food franchise, right?
Mhm.
And so I didn't pay attention to the other woman that was sort of at the same table that she was listening because I was, she was sharing about her business. I was sharing about, doTERRA. And the other one, there was like a lull. And I was, drinking my wine and reaching for some snacks. And the other woman goes, "Oh, you're doTERRA." And I went, "Yeah."
So your job is to just know that. Let them create their own drama and ruin their own reputation from their reaction to other people doing something
Okay.
that's similar. But there's plenty in the world. I remember years ago when I first started networking 11 years ago, and I met Arbonne consultants. They used to be prolific, like they would be out at every event, like different ones.
Yeah.
And I remember being in Canberra, and someone said to me, like one person said, I think the problem that I'm having is there's too many Arbonne consultants in Canberra. I've gone, really? How many do you think there are? Because I've never heard of it before. And she said, "Oh, I think there's about 60. Right. Okay. And then I met someone else who said, "I think there's about 120. I think that's my problem." I've gone, well, I Googled the population of Canberra. There's 420,000 people with skin. I'm just wondering if 120 is enough to service all of that. They're like, well, not when you put it that way. Then who are your clients? They're like, oh, like everyone that's walking down the street. Right. I mean, your job is just to help people with skin. I don't think there's enough of you to help the general population. And I think individuals, we forget that. And when someone sells a similar product, and I think the real problem, Young Living to doTERRA, is that mostly doTERRA people are happy to say their name. And because you're happier to say the company name more so than Young Living is happy to say the company name, as a result, doTERRA's name gets known more than Young Living's. Yeah, that's what I found. That's why I was going to pin you down. I pinned you down to doTERRA, but otherwise it was Young Living. But I thought you didn't quite say it the same as.
I didn't say
and
Oilers.
I can tell which network marketing company I'm speaking to from people who refuse to say company names. I can tell which network marketing company I'm speaking to on anything, on
Wow.
LifeVantage and ASEA and Melaleuca. I can tell it on anything based off their particular set of words. They have the same set of words that they're all taught while avoiding the company name, but they do actually say the same thing. Arbonne, there's a particular set of words. And when I hear it, I go, oh, I know that company. And then I ask them, they go, oh, yes, I know, right? Say the company name. It's killing everybody in the room. People write to me in the chat box going, which company is that, Missy? Which company is that? Which company is that? I think it's doTERRA. Which company is that? They call me, they ask. So here's what you need to know is people are trying to work it out, but they'll go to the salesman last to ask the question. So you may as well say it first.
Okay.
So that then they don't, because they'll come to you last anyway. So they'll try and work it out. You may as well say it first. It eases their mind. And if you're forthcoming, we like you even more. And it's not a secret. Allow us to Google and then keep turning up when someone says, oh, I read about, here's your line, right? Oh, I read about, I've heard of doTERRA. I know of doTERRA. I have a friend who's used doTERRA and, got nothing, blah, 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 blah. You just go, yes, you have a story to tell. I'd love to hear it. It's just a person who wants their words out. They're not looking for an argument or an excuse or somebody to get into a fight with them about how they're wrong. They're just looking to get their words out. My sister used to use doTERRA, and I tell you what, she wasted a lot of money on that. You have a story. I'd love to hear it. Oh, well, no, that's kind of my whole story. Okay. I mean, often that's as far as it gets, right? It's like, she spent a lot of money on it, never used the product. Yeah. I hate it when people do that. They use the products wrong. She did. She just used it wrong, right? So once their words are out, they settle themselves down. So, so don't be frightened of the company name. It's your biggest sales tool that you have in your arsenal. So that's my hot tip.
Good to know.